When Only Fools and Horses captured Britain's heart, fans thought they knew every laugh, every fall, every hooky deal from Peckham, but behind the iconic moments were strange truths, unexpected accidents, and secrets the Trotters never meant anyone to uncover. Fact 1.
If it wasn't frozen or dehydrated, we didn't eat it. If you'd have been in charge of a Last Supper, it would have been a takeaway.
Nicholas Lyndhurst played Rodney as a naive, nervy 23-year-old, but he was actually still a teenager when the series began. Many viewers assumed he was much older because of his height and calm manner. Producers deliberately hid his real age to maintain the illusion of the Trotter brothers' age gap. Lyndhurst often felt awkward pretending to be older in scenes requiring adult confidence. David Jason joked that Rodney matured faster than the scripts could keep up. Cast members sometimes forgot he was barely out of school. His youthful shyness added a natural nervousness to Rodney's character. Lyndhurst later admitted he never fully realised the impact of the show while filming. BBC staff were stunned when they learned his true age during paperwork reviews. His performance grounded the show with innocence and vulnerability. Fans found Rodney relatable because he embodied youthful uncertainty. Lyndhurst became one of the few actors who convincingly aged into their character. His real age remains one of the strangest early secrets of the series.
Oh, right. Get it in the old New Delhi, don't I?
New Delhi?
Yeah, the belly. You're not from round these parts, are you?
Fact 2.
Ain't you going to try for them birds?
No, you're cramping my style, mate. You're cramping my style.
The fall through the bar scene, one of the most famous moments in sitcom history, was devised shortly before filming. David Jason and Nicholas Lyndhurst worked with the stunt coordinator to perfect the physical timing. The fall required Jason to lean at an exact angle to avoid injuring himself.
Play it nice and cool, son. Nice and cool, you know what I mean?
Rehearsals caused everyone to burst into laughter before cameras even rolled. Jason insisted on doing the stunt himself, rather than using a double. Crew members secretly worried he'd get hurt if the swing door shifted even slightly. His perfectly timed sideways collapse stunned the studio audience. Lyndhurst's reaction was genuine because he hadn't seen the final rehearsal. The moment became an instant classic due to its crisp simplicity. Writers couldn't believe how well the gag worked on the first film take. Jason later said it was the easiest laugh of his career. The fall became so iconic that fans still recreate it today. Few know how last minute the idea truly was behind the scenes.
£150,000.
Fact 3.
£4 million.
The Trotter van looked charming on screen but was notoriously difficult to operate. The engine frequently stalled during takes, causing unexpected delays. David Jason hated driving it because visibility was poor through the tiny windscreen. The vehicle's suspension wobbled badly when carrying more than one person. During cold months, the van struggled to start at all.
No! That red one.
Cast members joked that the van had more personality than reliability. Lyndhurst refused to drive it unless absolutely necessary. Mechanics kept spare parts on standby because breakdowns were constant. The van's interior smelled strongly of old oil and damp upholstery. Producers kept multiple identical vans just to ensure filming could continue. Fans later treated the van as a beloved symbol of the show. Despite its faults, it became central to the Trotter image. Nobody expected a clunky three-wheeler to become a national icon. Behind the scenes, it was the most troublesome prop in British sitcom history. Fact 4.
Trigger? Here. You know my brother, don't you, eh?
Yeah, of course I do. How you going, Dave?
Roger Lloyd Pack created Trigger's confused persona partly by accident. During early script readings, a draft contained a mistaken line where Trigger called Rodney Dave.
Fancy a drink? Dave?
Lloyd Pack delivered it deadpan, making the cast howl with laughter. Writers instantly realised how perfectly it fit Trigger's character. They rewrote future episodes to include the running gag. Lloyd Pack played Trigger with complete seriousness, which made the joke even funnier.
All right, Dave.
Directors often filmed his lines in long takes because breaking character ruined the effect. The joke became one of the most quoted moments on British television. Fans repeatedly asked Lloyd Pack why Trigger believed Rodney was named Dave. He always replied, because he is Dave.
That's the way to do business, Dave.
Right, okay, Trig, let's work that out.
Staying committed to the character's logic, the gag revealed Trigger's gentle simplicity rather than stupidity. BBC producers praised Lloyd Pack for elevating a minor character into a legend. The unplanned moment became a cornerstone of the series. It proved that accidents often create the best comedy.
Trig, why'd you call me Dave? My name's not Dave, my name's Rodney.
Fact 5.
Wait, Grandad, do you want a jammy?
No, had one before we left.
The famous chandelier scene required weeks of planning because the expensive fixture could not be replaced. The crew practiced with a dummy chandelier to perfect timing and positioning. Jason and Lyndhurst rehearsed their dialogue repeatedly to ensure the build-up landed perfectly. The antique chandelier used in the final take was worth thousands of pounds. Everyone knew the scene had to be perfect on the first attempt. The director reminded the team that one mistake would ruin the entire storyline. The tension on set was noticeable as filming began. The chandelier fell exactly as planned, smashing dramatically on the floor. Cast members were ordered not to break character regardless of the shock. Jason later admitted his reaction was partly real because the crash was deafening. The resulting scene became one of the greatest moments in British comedy. Viewers never realised how fragile the shot truly was. The one-take miracle remains a legendary achievement behind the scenes.
Well, I wish you'd have said something. I was working on this one.
Fact 6.
How do you spell Arrods?
Capital A.
Capital A.
David Jason didn't base Del Boy on one specific person. He combined traits he observed while visiting markets across London. He spent weeks watching traders call out deals with swagger and humour. Jason admired how they blended charm with cheekiness to secure sales. He mimicked their body language, leaning forward confidently while negotiating. The famous Del Boy accent came from listening to real South Londoners chat during breaks. Jason absorbed their rhythm, slang, and fiery delivery. Market traders often bragged loudly, inspiring Del's tendency to exaggerate everything. Jason even studied the way they carried boxes and crates to shape Del's physical style. Many of Del's catchphrases resembled phrases Jason overheard in real markets. Cast members agreed that Jason captured the heart of working-class optimism. His character felt authentic because the research was rooted in real people. Fans recognized the accuracy and loved Del Boy for it. Behind the comedy, Jason honoured an entire community. The research shaped Del into one of Britain's most believable sitcom characters.
Del Trotter, right? Don't you recognise me?
Well, you're the master of disguise, aren't you?
Fact 7.
Take me lucky coin. Then he went
Well, he died.
deserted.
Leonard Pearce, who played Grandad, passed away suddenly during the filming of Series 4. The news shocked the cast and crew, who adored him deeply. Production halted immediately to allow everyone to process the loss. Writers initially considered recasting the role but felt it would disrespect Pearce's contribution. John Sullivan insisted the show address the loss honestly and sensitively. He wrote Grandad's death into the storyline with heartfelt care. Cast members found the funeral scenes emotionally challenging because their grief was real.
Have a nice little walk, eh?
Yeah. Kind of some nice walk, eh? Come on.
David Jason later said filming those episodes was one of the hardest experiences of his career. The introduction of Uncle Albert helped the show find balance again. Buster Merrifield honoured Pearce by adding warmth without copying Grandad's style. Fans appreciated the respectful handling of the transition. The storyline helped humanise the usually comedic Trotter world. The moment remains one of the show's most emotional turning points. Pearce's legacy continued throughout the series.
I know you can't hear me, Arthur.
That is what you think, Trotter.
Fact 8. One of the most iconic scenes, Del and Rodney running through the streets dressed as Batman and Robin, was filmed in bitterly cold conditions. Jason later joked that the costumes offered no warmth whatsoever. The night shoots lasted for hours, making the cast shiver between takes. Lyndhurst recalled his breath visibly condensing in the air throughout filming. Crew members handed out blankets and hot drinks between shots. The cold caused technical issues with cameras and microphones. Despite the discomfort, Jason and Lyndhurst delivered energetic performances. Their sprint down the street required multiple takes due to timing with the passing car. Residents of Bristol, where the scene was filmed, gathered to watch the spectacle. The crowd's reactions kept the cast motivated despite freezing conditions. The final scene became so beloved that fans often forget how unpleasant it was to shoot. Both actors laughed about it years later. The effort paid off with one of TV's most iconic moments. The cold night became a lifelong memory for everyone involved.
Harry died yesterday.
Fact 9.
One day he sent me down to Sainsbury's with a shopping list. When I come back, they'd emigrated.
Buster Merrifield was a complete newcomer to television acting when he joined the show. Before Only Fools and Horses, he worked as a bank manager for decades. His disciplined lifestyle made him unusually punctual on set. Cast members were amused by his habit of arriving hours before filming began. Merrifield approached acting with military precision due to his boxing background. He memorized scripts thoroughly to avoid mistakes. Directors appreciated his professionalism and dedication. Jason loved working with Merrifield because he brought genuine warmth to Uncle Albert. Merrifield's lack of acting experience gave his performance innocence and charm. Fans instantly embraced Uncle Albert despite the pressure of replacing Grandad. Merrifield proved that talent can emerge at any age. His casting became one of the show's most uplifting behind-the-scenes stories. The role changed his life completely. His heartfelt performance remains a key part of the show's legacy.
Not yet.
Fact 10.
Oh, what a plonker.
You are a plonker. I said to John, you can't use this.
Writer John Sullivan based much of Del Boy's slang on expressions used by his own relatives. Sullivan grew up in a working-class South London family surrounded by colourful characters. He loved the playful language and vivid metaphors his family used in everyday conversation. Del's famous "lovely jubbly" originated from advertising slogans Sullivan heard as a child.
Lovely jubbly. Oi, what's your game?
Expressions like "you plonker" were common insults in his local community. Sullivan felt these phrases captured the spirit of London street culture. Fans connected deeply with the authenticity of Del's voice. Jason delivered the lines with the confidence of someone who grew up hearing them.
Pucker thing, no mucking about. Oh, cushy.
Sullivan's writing honoured the humour and resilience of his upbringing. Many viewers felt the dialogue reflected their own families. The natural language helped ground the show despite its wild situations. Del Boy's phrases became part of British vocabulary. The Trotters sounded real because Sullivan wrote straight from memory.
You friends with me? Oh, yeah. Didn't you?
hello.
Here, say, I want to what you want. You come here.
Fact 11.
Well, all of a sudden, a rock came flying through the window and it caught him a glancing blow on the head.
Many of the snowy, festive Christmas specials were actually filmed during scorching British summers. The cast had to wear heavy winter coats despite temperatures climbing above 30 degrees. Fake snow machines blew paper flakes that clung to the actors' clothing. David Jason said the heat made him feel faint during long filming days. Nicholas Lyndhurst struggled with the scratchy scarves that trapped heat around his neck. Crew members ran in with cold water bottles between takes. Outdoor scenes required constant resetting because the fake snow melted or blew away too quickly. Cameras had to avoid showing bright green leaves on trees. Makeup artists worked overtime to stop sweat from ruining continuity. Cast members joked that Christmas dinner scenes were some of the most uncomfortable moments of their careers. Fans never realized how summer sunshine hid behind the illusion of winter. The heat made filming exhausting but resulted in iconic scenes. These specials became some of the show's most beloved episodes. Their festive magic was created under the most un-Christmassy conditions imaginable.
Can't give us something to warm the old cockles, can you?
Yeah, okay. I'll make you a coffee.
Fact 12.
It's gone midnight. We'll go back to bed then.
Before David Jason was cast, several other actors were considered for the role of Del Boy. One early suggestion was Jim Broadbent, who later played Slater in the show. Producers initially doubted Jason could play a confident, streetwise market trader. Jason, determined to prove them wrong, emphasized Del's warmth rather than his bravado. His audition highlighted the character's heart beneath the swagger. Sullivan immediately recognized the perfect balance in Jason's performance. The chemistry between Jason and Lyndhurst sealed the decision. Once cast, Jason shaped Del Boy's mannerisms through improvisation and research. His commitment impressed directors from the first episode. Fans later said they couldn't imagine anyone else in the role. Broadbent admitted Jason was the ideal choice. The near-miss casting choice became one of the show's strangest footnotes. Jason transformed the role into a cultural icon. His casting remains one of the smartest decisions in British sitcom history.
Have you been waiting long?
Well, since about 10 o'clock this morning. No, it's a joke. It's just a joke.
Fact 13.
Well, one of them looks as though he was evicted from the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Early episodes were filmed around real Peckham streets to capture the authentic atmosphere of South London. Locals often gathered to watch filming, creating background noise editors struggled to remove. As the show grew more popular, shooting in Peckham became increasingly difficult due to crowds. Production eventually moved many exterior scenes to Bristol. Locations there were chosen because they resembled Peckham's architecture. Fans rarely noticed the switch due to clever camera angles. The move allowed the crew to film more efficiently without constant interruptions. Cast members initially missed filming in London but adapted quickly. Bristol residents were thrilled to host the show. Some locals even recognised their own tower blocks on TV. The blend of real and replacement locations created a seamless Peckham illusion. The show's world felt consistent despite being filmed in two cities. The location switch remains one of the series' quietest secrets. It demonstrated the production team's commitment to realism.
Denzel! What the hell is he doing in my home?
Fact 14.
Blimey, you're not Raquel, are you?
I can be anyone you want me to be.
When Del met Raquel and later Time on Our Hands drew enormous viewership across the UK. The 1996 Christmas special Time on Our Hands reached over 24 million viewers. This record remains one of the highest scripted TV audiences in British history. Cast members were stunned by the scale of the reaction. Viewers invested deeply in the Trotters finally becoming millionaires. Jason described the response as overwhelming and emotional. The BBC celebrated the episode as a national event. Newspapers covered it like a major cultural milestone. Sullivan said he cried when he saw the overnight ratings. Fans gathered in pubs across the country to watch together. The episode elevated the Trotters into British folklore. It demonstrated how much the show meant to everyday viewers. The finale cemented the series as a cultural landmark. Time on Our Hands became a moment the whole country shared.
When making a claim, you just won 1,000,000 pesetas.
Fact 15.
Back in the early 1700s, sea captains found it almost impossible to plot their positions once out of sight of land.
The finale's plot about discovering a priceless watch was inspired by a story from John Sullivan's own family. A relative once believed they had found an antique worth a fortune. The item turned out to be fake, but Sullivan loved the dramatic potential of the idea. He imagined the emotional chaos if the Trotters actually struck gold. The watch storyline allowed the family's dreams to come true without sacrificing their humanity. Sullivan wrote the scenes with a mixture of joy and melancholy. Jason said he felt genuine emotion filming the final sequences. Lyndhurst struggled not to cry during certain lines. Fans embraced the ending as both satisfying and poignant. The storyline drew from working-class fantasies of sudden fortune. It gave the Trotters a moment of triumph without losing their identity. The real-life influence made the plot resonate deeply. It remains one of the most memorable endings in sitcom history.